and welcome to Ceroc Inspire's Dance Inspiration podcast. I'm Liz.
And I'm Mark, and we're here keeping you up to date with everything that's going on in Ceroc Inspire.
So let's get started.
Over the last few years, you may have noticed, and some people have asked as to why Liz isn't on the dance floor anymore. So we're going to have a little dive into that with my wife. Hello.
Hello.
Well, we took over doing the desk, was it 2010?
Yeah, we started doing the door, didn't we?
So you became the beloved face on the entrance.
Don't know about beloved, but...
Oh, trust me, everybody asks you. Asks you when you're not there, everybody asks me, where's Liz, where is she, what's she doing?
That's nice.
With that, we joined as dancers, didn't we, and went onto the desk.
Yeah.
Then I was a taxi, and obviously your dancing disappeared a bit then. Because obviously the front desk occupies, doesn't it?
The front desk really does occupy your time. I mean, you are the face of the night, aren't you, I suppose? And you get to know everybody and you get to know things about people. I've got a lot of connections on social media, so I might know if somebody's had a celebration or been poorly or whatever. So it's one of those things where it became more than just being a door person. It became being a host and a friend, I guess.
And the main part is, as everybody will say, you know everybody's name.
I do know everybody's. Well, no, that's a lie, actually. Well, not a lie, but I don't completely know everybody's name. I have to learn new people as they come. I do mostly know your name when you've been coming a couple of weeks. I'm not so great on surnames, but I am pretty good on first names.
Whereas me,
you don't know
not very good at names.
You ask me.
Looking back, what do you miss?
I think I did dance when I was being the door host for at the beginning, didn't I? I did dance after, sort of like I'd close the door, people come to buy their 6 for 3s at 10 o'clock, and then I'd try and get my dance floor at least for half an hour. And I did used to do that back in the day, sort of 2010 up to 2015. But then health issues hit me and it kind of got in the way of my dancing somewhat, and I ended up just sitting on the door.
Thing is, you've still got memories of dancing, haven't you? I mean, obviously we've done weekenders, we've done the world champs.
Yeah.
What's your memories of them ones?
Yeah, I mean, the things I've gone to weekenders, and probably I would say that I haven't actually done a class for about 15 years, maybe less than that, but probably not at a night, because I've always been on the door, so I haven't done a beginner's class for a really long time. We've done beginners classes and step up classes and some intermediates at the weekenders, haven't we?
Didn't we?
We went to Swish, yeah. So we've done those, and I have had dancers at the Modern Jive champs at Blackpool. I'd had surgery at that point. I could only dance left-handed, so I had some left-handed dancers there with a couple of leads. So that was really good. I mean, I do have some dances with you occasionally. I do have some dances with Dan. I had a dance recently with Chris. I do have some dances occasionally, but just not like I used to.
Now, with the health issues that you've had, shall we go back into how all this occurred?
Okay, so the reason that I don't dance as much and you don't see me on the dance floor as much is because I have multiple health issues, and I don't want to go do a massive deep dive into those, but I think this probably resonates with other people that used to come to dance and now don't dance for certain reasons, for health issues, for disabilities and things like that. So, which is why I've said it was okay for you to talk to me about mine. When I was 21, I had a motorbike accident, and I was on my motorbike, and a guy that I was behind turned right when I was indicating to pass him. So I drove into the wing of his car, flew over his car and hit my head on a brick wall. So literally head, wall, that was the impact. No arms or legs, just head and wall. Not quite sure how I survived that. I think I was pretty lucky. It must have been one of the many lives that I've been given. But unfortunately, it didn't show straight away because I was 21. And when you're 21, your body goes, yeah, okay, then let's tighten the muscles around that and keep everything in place and you'll all be fine. So I thought I was good. The only thing I did in that accident was actually dislocate my finger, which snapped when we put it back. But we found out 10 years later, when I was having a lot of pain down my arms and nerve pains, that actually the top 7 discs in my neck had been flattened in that accident. So they're no longer spongy like other people's. So that causes my neck to be pretty stiff quite a lot, as you know.
Also causes your arms and your shoulders to tighten up.
Yeah, I do tighten up a lot around my neck, and that's just my body protecting me. And unfortunately, as you get older, your body protects you an awful lot more, doesn't it? So while when I was younger, it was sort of easy to still manage to exercise and do with those injuries, as you get older, it actually does catch up with you, unfortunately.
But it didn't used to affect you as much.
I did shake it.
Now, obviously,
I did shake it around a bit of 10 years later with a car accident when I'd done the whiplash. That didn't help it, but
terrible.
I know.
But also, you have a certain, shall we say, I'd call it a little disability. I know you might not, because I don't live in you.
I don't call it a disability. It's just something I live with. I've got fibromyalgia.
So do you want to explain more what that is, just in case?
I kind of think that probably really popped up when I had that accident. I did used to have a lot of aches and pains in my feet and that when I was a kid. That it could have been there then, I don't know, and hip pains, but I kind of put that back down to growing pains. Fibromyalgia is something that I live with. I try to ignore it as much as possible, but it does cause pain throughout all the muscles in my body and stiffness. And if I'm too hot or too cold, I do stiffen up, which is embarrassing and annoying, especially if you're wanting to dance and when you get hot dancing, I just stiffen up, so I can't carry on. It is a challenge with things that we do. When we went to Iceland on holiday, that was a challenge because it was very cold.
Yeah, it
I had to
certainly
be
was
very
cold there.
warm. I obviously wasn't dancing in Iceland, but
No, but we went past that waterfall where you breathe in and your lungs freeze as you walk past it.
I think for me, the fibromyalgia I don't see it as a disability. I see it as something I live with. I've lived with pain every day for as long as I can remember, and that's not going to change. So you can't really, if you just let that take over your life, you'd never do anything. So it is there. I do stiffen up. So if I do get on a dance floor in the future and I don't want to dance with you, it's not because I don't want to dance with you. It's because maybe I just need to go and have a drink and just sort myself out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it is a day-to-day thing that you do manage quite well day to day.
Yeah. Dan comes up and gives me a good neck massage, doesn't he?
It's about managing your pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously fibromyalgia makes you a little bit more sensitive with pain.
It does. It makes you, they call it hyperalgesia, don't they? And so if I stub my toe, it hurts about 3 times as much as everybody else. But I've learned to live with it. It's something that there's worse things to have. There are a lot worse things to have out there. So, but it does affect my ability to participate in dancing and exercise and stuff like that.
So far we've got neck, shoulder, fibromyalgia.
Oh dear.
Then along came
arthritis.
No.
Oh,
cellulitis.
No, arthritis came first.
Oh.
I've had arthritis since I was pretty young. I used to ride this motorbike around, and I can remember riding around and my joints in my fingers burned. And I now know that that's actually arthritis activity in your joints. And obviously my hands are quite bad with arthritis now. So I've had arthritis for since I was 21. My mum had it. I think it's a thing that's in the family. Again, it's another painful thing that I'm just stuck with. But
it's
again,
a generic thing, isn't it?
There's worse things to have, but it has caused me a lot of grief. But yeah, the next thing that came along,
especially with your handholds, obviously.
Well, if we just address this, I actually had to leave my career as a practicing nurse because my arthritis got so bad in my neck and my back and my hands and knees that actually I was looking after complex needs children and humping them around. It just wasn't happening anymore.
No.
So once I stopped doing that, I ended up with 3 surgeries on my hands. Just to be clear, I am not somebody who has surgery. I have avoided surgery my whole life because I just don't particularly want people cutting into my body. Unfortunately, the way that my arthritis was, it wasn't pain that I could live with. It was too painful. It was excruciating. So the first surgery was to put a pin in the end of my finger. The second one was to do a denervation where it stops the nerves in your joint from hurting, which was pretty successful. And then I had a bone taken out of my thumb on my left hand last. And actually, my hands aren't too bad. I mean, they've got arthritis in them. They hurt. It is what it is. I will still live with that, but at least that has corrected them to the point where I think as long as somebody doesn't hold my hand too tight, I'm good to go. And we shouldn't be doing that anyway, should we?
No,
say? I think
it only needs to be a fingertip hold, doesn't it? So.
Yeah.
So then you had your cellulitis.
I'm not sure if these guys want to hear all about my.
Hey, we're going.
Well, this is the reason people ask me. So we're deep diving into my history. So I had cellulitis in my left leg, which is a deep infection, deep skin infection that I ended up in hospital with, which I was quite poorly, had to have IV antibiotics. It took me a while to recover from that, and then it reoccurred in July the following year. That was the first one was September 2015. Then July 2016, it came back, and then I ended up really poorly with that one with a chest infection as well.
That's when she was out of action, and everybody was asking, "Where's Liz? Where's Liz? Where's Liz? Where's Liz?"
Because I disappeared off the door and I keep going into hospital all the time. And then it came back one more time in September, after which time, after years of telling doctors that my legs had got water on them or swollen, my doctor diagnosed me with lymphedema.
Yeah.
And long story short, it is a primary lymphedema that I was born with. My lymph system doesn't work properly. It wasn't made properly. So I have lymphedema in my legs. So that doesn't help. That's makes your feet hurt and
So we can go so far. You get pain in your pain in your neck and shoulders.
I'm a write-off.
Pain in your hands, pain in your wrists. You now get pain in your legs and pain in your feet.
But you know what? There are worse things you can have.
Yeah.
There are way worse things you can have. And, you know, it is what it is. It's what I've ended up, it's a challenge for me. We laugh about it sometimes, don't we?
Yeah.
I can sometimes be bad-tempered with the pain. I try not to be, but, you know, sometimes it is. But for the most part, I would love to be able to dance. And when I'm sitting at the side watching you all dancing, I have this deep longing to join you. And I do find that, God, that was a bit unexpected. Sorry, teared up a bit.
It's hard for you, isn't it? Because we know what it's like.
Oh, sorry.
You like to dance.
I would love to dance. I would love to join everybody else on the dance floor. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, but this is how much it means to you and to us, the whole thing of dance.
Oh, I didn't think I was going to cry. I would love to join you on the dance floor. I would love to be there dancing all night, going from partner to partner. I had a little insight into that when I joined Dan and Nick on the teacher CPT training day. And they said they were going to just teach one move. And I thought, I'm going to do this. And I just got up and joined. And the joy I got from just doing that one move and going around partners and being part of it and being part of a Ceroc class was so amazing. Oh, it's making me feel up again. It was the best thing. I enjoyed it so much. And I had a little dance with Dan as well. And it just reminded me how much I love to dance.
This is partly why we're doing this one, is to make people realise.
To make Liz cry, yeah.
No, it's just to make people realise what actually goes on in the background with people that you don't actually know about. So we've gone through everything else. We're gonna come in a timeline now. Okay. So what happened was, Liz's mum fell over, couldn't live at home anymore.
Thigh bone.
Yeah. So what happened is we moved her in with us, and obviously that affected us as well, which stopped us doing a lot of things.
Well, we had to step off our world almost, didn't we?
Yeah. So we sort of like looked after her up until
June last year when she passed away.
Yeah. And
Mum was a ballroom dance teacher, so she had always wanted to come to Ceroc with us, hadn't she, of an evening?
Yeah.
And it's so sad that she just literally wasn't able to. She was absolutely shattered by 7 o'clock at night, and she wouldn't have been able to come for the evening, but she so wanted to come and watch, even though she wouldn't have been able to
She always used to ask us about it, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Off we went to dance, and she always used to ask us the next day how it was.
I mean, she loved it when we bought the franchise, didn't she? Because obviously we've got our own dance school almost, and she thought that was amazing.
Yeah, she used to love watching the videos of all you lot dancing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That was part of it.
Yeah, she did.
So that was that bit off the road. Then
Mum passed away, and we had, you know, more. Our world opened up again, didn't it? It was weird. Obviously, you know, the first few months after you lose somebody is hard, but all of a sudden we could step back onto our normal world and get back on and take this franchise.
Do whatever we needed to do.
So I suddenly became so incredibly busy behind the scenes. Honestly, I could do Ceroc as a full-time job, and I work 2 days a week in another job, but I could literally have done it. Couldn't I have said to you so many times, I would
could
never
still
run out
do
of
it.
work.
You could
I'd
still
never
do
run out
it.
of work. So, yeah, I then had waited and waited. My knees had decided that, yeah, we're done. And that's a genetic thing. My mum had bad knees. My grandma had bad knees. So we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
And I ended up having a knee replacement in November last year.
What led to the decision to have your knee replaced?
Because I wanted to dance, and my knee kept collapsing, and it hurt when I danced, and spinning was out, and I really didn't want to have the surgery. It was a really big surgery, and I was really scared about it. But
Now, it wasn't meant to be a big surgery.
well, it was a big surgery, but it went wrong.
It went wrong, didn't it? So do you want to explain to them what went wrong?
So I was supposed to be down in theatre for 90 minutes, and I don't remember that much about it because I had it done under sedation and a
I
spinal.
can tell you this bit. She was meant to be down there for 90 minutes. After 2.5 hours, you still weren't back.
Yeah.
I was going into a little panic mode, but it was like, if something had gone wrong, they'd come and tell me. Meanwhile, you were down there, and what happened?
So they put the implant in. It was a partial implant, and it didn't line up, apparently. And the surgeon was mortified because he's done hundreds and hundreds of these operations, and it just wouldn't line up no matter what he did. So he had to take it out again and go back into the knee and remove the rest of the joint, and then put a full knee replacement in. So I was in theatre a lot longer and lost a lot more blood than I should have done. And yeah, it was going to be a bigger recovery, just because of what had happened. Typical of me, trusted to.
Yeah, he just wanted you 2 for 1.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't 2 for 1, was it? But
Yeah.
anyway, recovery from that has been horrible. I kind of got it into my head that I would have a knee replacement, and within sort of 4 to 6 months, I'd be fine and back on the dance floor, and everything would be wonderful, and my other knee would be fine, and everything would be great. Unfortunately for me, that didn't happen. I started to improve. I had a few dances, and then I was going upstairs one day and something twanged in the side of my leg. And I literally was back to square one almost. Obviously, not the post-op pain, but the pain from the knee. And what had I done? Strained some tendon on the outside of your leg. So I'm back under physio. Really struggling to climb up the stairs at that point. Struggling to dance again. Foot swelling up, the whole knee swelling up, everything. It's devastating. Absolutely devastating. Can fill up again now. I'm not doing this podcast anymore. Dear, oh dear. It's devastating because I had plans to dance and do some workshops, and
we've only put them on hold.
Yeah. So I had the knee replacement in a private hospital in the NHS, and they were really good at getting me back into the physio program. And I've been seeing the physio, and I've been doing the exercises she's been giving me, and I've got full range of movement again now. It still hurts when I go upstairs, but now I just go upstairs and try and ignore it, which is what I've done with my fibromyalgia for years. I just think, yes, it hurts, but there's nothing wrong with the joint. You've had it x-rayed. The joint is absolutely fine. Fibromyalgia goes to wherever is weak in your body. It's going to go to your knee. So I'm now starting mind over matter. Actually, I know you hurt, but you're fine. It's not a warning that something's wrong. It's fibromyalgia rather than me doing something that's going to do me any harm. So I am on the up, I think. I really do think I'm on the up. And having that little dance at that CPD was so good. It did make my knee go stiff. It did make my foot swell up, but I don't care. It was brilliant. The feeling I got from that was
even just from that little dance,
seriously,
it's done it to now you want to actually try and get back.
Well, they've said that my physio said she'll have me back dancing by December, so I haven't got long to go. I have to keep going back. I've got to strengthen up the knee. The whole part of it is that I need to strengthen the muscles that support the joint and get them exercising and moving nice and easily so that it supports the knee. And my other knee is starting to kick off, but I think that's because I'm putting more pressure on it from not using the other knee. So I'm strengthening both knees at the same time because I'm not having another knee replacement. I am absolutely not. No way, no how.
So, the emotional journey, as you can tell, has been really hard. And it's just to make people realise that when you're watching them on the dance floor, it is purely,
I love
you
it.
do get the enjoyment out of watching.
I love watching them. I love seeing the smiles on their face. I love seeing them having a little bit of fun on the dance floor. It makes my day when people come and tell me what a great night they've had. It really does. That makes me happy. Dancing would make me even happier on top of that, but I am happy to come and put on a night for people and watch them having fun and then hear that they're enjoying the night. For me, that is, at the moment, that's the one thing that does make me happy. I am jealous. I won't deny that. I am jealous when I watch you on the dance floor. I just think, oh, I could just go and do
That was
that.
going to be the next bit, because obviously you see me DJing
Yeah,
and you see me dancing on the dance floor,
and I want to dance with you.
and it's that part of, how do you feel seeing me dance with everybody?
Of course, I don't mind you dancing with other people, but I would love to dance with you as well as those people. I would like to be there on the dance floor, enjoying my night as well. It's hard to see you racing way ahead of me. You're a way better dancer than me. I am probably now back at very beginner's level because I haven't danced for so long. And in a way, it's a little bit embarrassing because when you're a franchisee, I think people think that you must be a really good dancer because you're a franchisee, but it doesn't necessarily follow. So maybe that is a little bit embarrassing. Perhaps I'm a bit embarrassed to go on the dance floor and people to see me dance, because people watch me when I go on the dance floor because they don't see it.
Yeah.
It's a oh my God, Liz is dancing.
What message do you want to share with people that are going through this kind of thing,
You
that are
know,
thinking whether they should come back to dancing or...
we're all unique, aren't we? And we
Yeah.
all have a different journey and we all react to medical conditions or physical conditions in a different way. For me, having a positive mindset is so important. That I've gone negative before now. I can't dance. I can't this. I'll never be able to dance again. You do get stuck in that cycle sometimes when things feel really hard. I mean, in December, to top the knee replacement, I had a little stroke, didn't I?
Yeah.
Just when I thought I was doing fine, I had this little stroke, which I am so lucky. I've got no physical deficit from that, just a little bit of memory issues occasionally, but for the most part, I wouldn't know that I'd had a stroke, but it was another hit. There's another hit, isn't it? And sometimes when you have a lot of medical conditions and things hurdles that you need to get over, or things that you need to face and not let them take over your life, it is really hard.
You don't need an extra barrier like the stroke
I didn't
to
need the
get in your way.
stroke. I didn't need the stroke. That was uncalled for, Mr. Universe. I did not need that. I think that was probably caused by the stress of caring for mum, but whatever. It's in the past now, and I'm not somebody that dwells on things like that for a long time. But I think for people out there that have these issues, you know, one day at a time, just set yourself a little goal and go, right, I'm going to do that. So for me, my goal was I need to walk upstairs on both legs instead of going up one stair at a time, because it hurts the other leg. So you avoid doing it. So now I always go upstairs, two legs, even though it hurts. I'm determined that I'm going to do that. That is my little challenge. And then my next challenge is the cross trainer. I've got a resistance band from my physio. I keep doing that. That's a challenge. So it's just little steps. It's little things you can put there. And when you love something, like I love dance, if you really want to get back to it, you will. You'll find a way.
So on the CPD day,
Yeah.
there's a little change to the format coming, isn't there?
Yes, there is. So we are going to, well, we're hoping that we're going to be able to take our beginners into Charlie's Bar, where we do our beginner refreshers for the first move of their routine. So that means they will go into the back room with the taxi dancers, with the teacher, and they will do their fundamentals and they will do their first move in there. That means that they get to meet the crew, they get to meet Dan, they get a bit more one-to-one with, well, beginners to Dan, in that room. And then once they've done that, they will be able to come back out and join the rest of the dancers for their last two moves. While they're in that room, the intermediate dancers, guess what? You get to have a bit more freestyle.
Woohoo! More
I know.
dancing.
So don't not come because you think the beginners class is on. There will actually be an earlier freestyle section of our nights from the 24th of November. You'll be able to come in at 7:30 and dance for an extra half an hour.
But as well as that, what we're thinking now is you're going to have to put up with me on the door for half an hour.
Not necessarily.
We're thinking this.
You're thinking.
I'm thinking this because Liz needs to get back to dancing, and a nice little exercise would be the fundamentals and the first move.
Which is what I did at the CPD day.
Yeah, and that's just enough for you to get you going back and starting to do a bit more. So even your beginners might see Liz in there, giving it a bit of practice, ready for her to hit the dance floor properly.
So you'll have to excuse me from the front desk for the first move.
Yeah, you just have to put up with me for half an hour.
You'll survive. I'll still be there. You can come and talk to me later.
Yeah. Now, getting back on the dance floor, it's not just getting back on the dance floor, is it? It means more to you than just the dancing, doesn't it?
It does. It's a passion, isn't it? It's a passion. That's why we run a dance franchise. You know, that's why we do all these workshops. That's why we put all these themes on and have great freestyles and things. You know, it is a passion, and I just want to be able to do the last thing of that passion is actually physically dance again. So I am going to be on the dance floor. It's just that if people ask me to dance, please don't be offended if I say, you know, can I catch you later? Because it's going to have to be a slow building up. I won't be able to dance one dance after another.
Slow build up, gentle hand hold.
And bear in mind, I'm really unfit. I'm really unfit.
Yeah.
You don't want me passing out on the dance floor. So I think, you know, one dance and then a little rest for a couple of dances, and then maybe go and do another one. So, you know, if you do come to ask me to dance, please don't be offended if I say no, but can you come and get me later? I will still want to dance with you. It's just that you don't want me passing out on the dance floor. I just need to catch my breath and build myself up to it.
We'll start the new campaign, get Liz back on the dance floor.
No, let's not do that. It's too pressurising.
What's next for us then as Ceroc Inspire?
I think we've just said it, haven't we, about changing the format of the class night and opening up our class at Burton. And changing the format a little bit at Ashbourne if it builds. At the moment, I think it's okay as it is, but I think at the moment we just need to implement that change, don't we?
Yeah, well, I mean, that change is not just us. That change is happening across Ceroc. Yeah. It's one thing, basically, for the intermediates, so that they can have half an hour freestyle before it all starts.
Yeah.
And then they'll do 2 beginner moves.
Yeah.
Into a little bit more freestyle, then into your intermediates.
And then our step up, which is working really, really well.
Yeah, and then off into freestyle till the end.
I think that's working really well.
I think it is.
The class
looks to be.
Class is really busy at the moment at Derby, and Ashbourne's really building, isn't it?
It's getting good.
I know. So let's look forward to Burton in January.
Yeah.
So excited. Thanks so much for joining us on today's Ceroc Inspire's Dance Inspiration podcast.
We hope you've enjoyed the chat as much as we have.
And you know that you can find us at Ceroc Derby, Ashbourne and Burton, or online at ceroc.com/Ceroc Inspire.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for class updates and event news. And also check us out on TikTok and YouTube.
We'll be back very soon with more stories, insights and inspiration and some special guests. See you on the dance floor.